Hi, I'm Jalen, and this is my final speech for my speech communication class. So, we all know of the loss of the beloved Black Mamba, or as most of us know him, Kobe Bryant. His daughter Gigi died as well with him. Within minutes of their passing, the news and the media outlets were already telling the story. Something that everyone can say, not only was Kobe Bryant an astounding basketball player, he was an amazing father to his kids. When Gigi and her siblings would go and watch him play, you could see the love and admiration shining from their faces. It has been said that even when the two were found, that Kobe was still holding Gigi in his arms. My topic for you today is the father-daughter relationship. Because my father has been in and out of my life since I was a child, or since I was a kid, I feel really strongly about this topic. In researching, I got opinions and heard stories from various women on their side of it. I also researched and found articles towards it. I hope you will enjoy listening as much as I enjoyed researching and preparing this speech for you. My purpose is to inform you and broaden your knowledge of the father-daughter relationship and how it affects women. My main points for you today are going to be the good father-daughter relationship, a bad one, and the results of having either. So for my first point, the good father-daughter relationship, I'll be giving you the worldly definition and I'll be giving you a real-life example to back it up. So according to allprodad.com, a good father is someone who is involved in his daughter's life, supports her, loves her unconditionally. He is someone who she can view as a good role model and someone who she can trust and confide in. Coming from beliefnet.com, another definition of a positive father is someone who is deeply grounded in his morals. He is patient, open-minded, and lastly, he is loyal. For their definition of loyal, it's someone who can be trusted to be here today, tomorrow, and forever. A real-life example for you, let's look at my friend Naphtali. Naphtali's father, Pastor Kyle, he's an amazing man, an amazing father to her. Throughout grade school, he stayed involved in her life, went to basketball games, track meets, choir concerts, and even picking her up from school. Senior year, he even became her basketball coach. Their relationship, although he hasn't been in her life from the beginning, he has never left her side since. He constantly tells her how awesome she is and how much he loves her. Now that I've informed you of a good father-daughter relationship, let's look at the contrast to that, a bad or a negative father-daughter relationship. I will be doing the same thing I did for the first point. I'll be giving you the worldly definition, and then I'll be giving you a real-life example. So for the worldly definition, coming from lifehack.org and romper.com, a toxic or a bad and negative father is described as having conditional love. This love is only validated or given when the child fits into the persona the father's hoped for. This father doesn't accept the child for who she is, claims her emotions are not valid at times. He is narcissistic and believes that him and his decisions should be the center of the world. He is controlling, and he doesn't let his child learn from their mistakes. Lastly, they describe this type of father as being detached, physically or mentally. For a real-life example, I went to Twitter and I thought I should get input from random people, to get different backgrounds and to get a definite answer of a real-life example. A few girls DM'd me telling me how their fathers were or weren't in their lives. One specifically stood out to me. Let's call her Kay. Kay gave me enough details and I couldn't help but to use her. For example, Kay told me that when she would cry or bring things up about her potentially being depressed, her father would brush it away or tell her not to think that or not to feel that way. Now that I have covered the different types of father-daughter relationships, I will inform you of how they affect the child as life goes on. First, I'll be giving you a good relationship result, and then I'll be giving you bad relationship results. So for the good relationship results, when fathers are present and loving, their daughters developed a strong sense of self and are more confident in their abilities. Another result is that women who had healthy relationships with their fathers for most of, if not all of their lives, they perform better in school. and on tests in females who didn't have their relationship with the father or the relationship wasn't healthy. For the bad relationship results, first, when fathers are absent, either physically or emotionally, their daughters are affected in many negative ways. Our everydaylife.com tells us that typically with a poor father-daughter relationship, the woman tends to develop poor communication skills with other men. She also finds herself struggling to give out trust due to fears of abandonment or being disappointed again. If the father has tendencies to talk down negatively about women, it impacts the psyche of the daughter. This has been shown to foster a negative body image and even lead to development of eating disorders in the child. Now, like I mentioned my friend Kay from Twitter earlier, her father's actions have made her believe that her feelings are invalid. She blames herself for some of her circumstances, and the negative energy that's been given to her. So today I have defined a good father-daughter relationship, a bad one, and the results of each. I have also given real-life examples to put in perspective for you. I hope you are able to take this knowledge into account when you go to raise a family, not just only with father-daughter relationships, but with any children you have. Having a strong, positive one is very important. A good father-daughter relationship can empower daughters to believe in themselves. It can bestow upon a girl a sense of belonging, a self-efficacy, and a resilience for life. Madonna King.